What is up, guys? I Crab with Spilt Milk here. Here I am. Great Yarmouth Comic Con. Hey, hey, how's it going? Captain Solo reporting. Awesome. So, Great Yarmouth Comic Con here at the Great Yarmouth Racecourse. Deep Roy, Chris Parsons, and Lee Gill here today. Let's see how I get on. So yes, today, the 31st of May 2026, I went to the Great Yarmouth Racecourse in Norfolk to the Great Yarmouth Comic Con, the Sci-Fi Sunday. The Shelby Saturday today. Shelby Saturday was yesterday. A little Peaky Blinders themed day. Me and my friends aren't really keen on Peaky Blinders, so that's why we only went down today. Yesterday we had um, Packy Lee and Paul Anderson there reprising their characters. Two guests there yesterday, and then we had Sci-Fi Sunday today with, like I said before, Deep Roy, Chris Parsons, and Lee Gill all in attendance today. I quite like this format actually. An idea of perhaps one of the days of the Comic Con used as perhaps like as an event for that's not normally at a Comic Con. You don't normally see Peaky Blinders at a Comic Con. I suppose it's all what sort of cults, sort of yeah, sort of like popular culture. That's cults, yeah. Sort of that's probably the best word for it. And I quite like that idea of one day is for Peaky Blinders, and then the second day is like your regular Comic Con. I quite like that idea. If they're watching, the organisers are watching. I think that's something to perhaps do in the future. Instead of us having two days of normal Comic Con, perhaps one day dedicated to like a certain like a certain universe, like this time Peaky Blinders. Perhaps next time have a have a day dedicated to like something like Star Wars or Doctor Who or Star Trek or Power Rangers. I'm just trying to think of something that's not normally it's sci-fi things that are at Comic Cons. I know Peaky Blinders is certainly not sci-fi. Um, yeah, so things like perhaps like a Power Ranger day where like you have like two of the guests like Power were Power Rangers from the show. Might be hard for Great Yarmouth to get, but just as an idea. But yeah. So anyway, how did I get on today? I've got some autographs here. Lots of at the Comic Con itself, lots to see, lots of stalls. As you can probably see in the images, I did my usual opening of a kind of Pokemon cards. Usual Comic Con rip. As you can see, I didn't get a hit. I got a Ethan's Typhlosion, which is yeah, it is what it is. It's still a great card, but not a hit, as it were. Yeah, look, yes, lots to see. There was also some wrestling at the event. I think it was World Association of Wrestling was there. So I watched the father and son match. The story was really good. All the all it, the superstars. That's what they're called in wrestling. The wrestlers, they're called superstars. They got the story down to a T. The storyline, that was all really good, but not a lot of action. There's only like one suplex in the entire match. That's my only criticism, really. Not much action. I know it's an exhibition match, and there's no like title. And it's not a title. It's not like there's no title or gold on, or some reward on the line. It's just um, a father v son match, and then also you had the Red Devils doing their display as well. We watched that. That was quite cool, doing a power drop display, trying to hit the cross, which I'm sure they did. I couldn't really see from my angle, but yeah, that was good. It's good to have these. I do like these smaller cons, and making use of the space. Having that outside area to do the wrestling and the paratrooping. It's different, and I like it. It doesn't have to be like Comic Con. It can be like a fun day. It can be something that you know something to watch, something like, oh, you don't see that every day. That's quite cool. Because I think, was it last year you had the two people in that circling in that frame, in that um, frame circling around. I like it. It's good. I know, Great Yarmouth. I can't really rely on the guests keeping everyone entertained. Then you can only get so many, like 3 or 4 or 5 guests, so there's rely on other things to keep people entertained. And I think it's great. It helps space the day out as well. So gives you a reason to stick around and uh, do other things. Also, there was I think the first time we did this, a retro gaming area as well. Lots of games on offer, lots of old games from like the old PlayStations and Nintendos, and that was good. That's certainly something new. I was a little skeptical about the Comic Con this year with there's only 3 guests. Oh, they seem to have gone back a bit, but it seems that they've looked at other areas and tried to make a more rounded event. They've still got the guests, but it's a more there's more involved. There's more other things to do as well. Um, anyway, I'm not going to keep many more. You see, you got these in my hand. So the first person I saw was Deep Roy. There he is as the Oompa Loompa from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think that's the. I love that one. I think it's the one where he's in the TV room. Um, is it like a tambourine on his head? I think. Or what was a tambourine was on his headset. Yeah, he's quite a good person to talk to. Deep Roy. His favourite song from the film was the Augustus Gloop song. Yeah, he was a really good guest. He was a real coup, I think, for Great Yarmouth Comic Con to get him in. Perhaps their best guest this year. But apart from of course, Paul Anderson and Pat Healy yesterday. Yeah, I mean, quite a good guest. Yeah, Deep Roy. You never see him at other Comic Cons. And we're glad to have him aboard. He was, he had a lot to say at the Q&A and had some interesting answers. He's got, apparently he's got Al Pacino's telephone number, so just be careful. You know, if you if you do anything he doesn't like, just be careful. He has friends in places for that. So Deep Roy first, and then the second person I saw was Lee Gill. Here he is as Puddles, Gary Puddles, in the Joker 2, testifying against the Joker. Yeah, it's quite. I like that one. It's quite a really hard character to play. I think a lot of emotion. You know, he wants to stand up for Joker, but he knows he's underage. He's got to tell the truth. So he's trying to find a way of telling the truth, but making the Joker, look good. Yeah. Just trying to think what Lee had to say. Yeah. He did meet before filming. So it's a great atmosphere on set with the Joker too. When he first met Lady Gaga, he said she came up to him and said, "Hello, I'm Stephanie." That's her real name, and yeah, she's really down to. Apparently, she's really down to earth and really nice. Someone like Lady Gaga. Someone quite big. It's nice to know that they're sort of like they're human too. Down to earth. I wouldn't mind seeing Lady Gaga. I'm pretty sure. She's very. I know with her fans, her monsters, she likes to call them. She's very out there. She's very with her people, if you know what I mean. So yeah, he was quite interesting to speak to as well. And the final person I saw, Chris Parsons. There he is, and I like this one because it's got all the characters there that he's played. I think his main one was For Lom, which was a bounty hunter. that on there he signed over. Yeah, that's fine. He also played some extras as well, as you can see, like a storm on both sides, both stormtrooper, snowtrooper. He also played protocol droids. Um, that's him there as well today, and he also played some people on at the Hoth base as well. Um, yeah, very good, very cool. I like it. It's just looking at it all, and yeah, he's a property developer. He's a property developer now. Chris Parsons. I said to him, "What's he up to now?" He also said he's very open to the idea of coming back to Star Wars. So if anyone can put a good word in for him, he'd be more than welcome to to take the call and come back. So I was trying to get it so my reflection's not in there. uh, very hard to do. But yeah, Chris Parsons. Yeah. So all in all, a very good day at Great Yarmouth Comic Con. Um, yeah, I quite like the direction they're taking with everything. It's with the approach you're taking now, is to keep me there rather than like saying, right, we've got all the autographs, let's go. With the wrestling and the games room and the retro games, I should say, and the parachuting. Yeah, it's more of a day out. Yeah, that's what it is. They go for like a more, come on down for the day. If comics and popular culture is not your thing, like I said, there's other things like the parachutes or retro games and stuff. Next up for me is Norcon at the Norfolk Showground. We just had the first announcement. The youngling that spoke to Anakin Skywalker at the end of Star Wars Episode 3. He said basically, Master Skywalker, there's too many of them. What we're gonna do? And then before Anakin Skywalker, murders them all in cold blood. I think is it Ross Speedman? I think his name was. Just waiting for it now. Yeah, Ross Speedman is the he's the only person announced for Norcon yet. So he's the only one person I've got to talk about really. Um, it's quite funny because I think they both attended a Comic Con once. Ross Speedman and is it Christian? Person who plays Anakin. I can't remember his name. It escapes me now. He said, "That's good. It's wait, you leave. Wait, you live. That's good, but creepy at the same time." Um, so yeah. Who else am I expecting to be at Norcon this year? I reckon it'll be there'll be Paul. They seem to have kept the Eighth Doctor Who on the page as well. You know, so Paul McGann might be back as well. The Eighth Doctor Who, it says, and also the hologram off Red Dwarf. He comes every couple of years. Sylvester McCoy as well. Peter Davidson, he's another one that usually comes as well. So probably be two or three of those ones coming as well, and then there'll probably some other characters as well that you don't normally get. Yeah, but we'll see. Hopefully, Norcon will be enjoyable as it normally is. Thank you very much for. Well, that's all I've got for at the moment. Yeah, I hope you keep watching these videos, and thank you for watching. And yeah, have a lovely day. Thank you.